Coming up next, it's a lightweight tilt between Charles Dubronx Oliveira and Beneil Dariush. All right, so here he is, one of the more prolific takedown artists in the UFC at present. And when you get some praise from Daniel Cormier when it comes to your offensive takedown game, you know you're doing something right.
And we talk about wrestlers and judo players and grapplers, but this guy just combines all of that. He is able to use foot sweeps from the grappling game. He is able to use throws from judo, and he's able to use wrestling from the wrestling game to take people down. He has an array of takedowns at his disposal, and he uses every single one of them. From the speed of the level change to the timing to the knowledge of where to go next. When the guy starts to defend, he's truly something special.
I don't think he can take you down, but tonight he doesn't have to. So in this matchup, prevailing wisdom is he'll be able to get this fight to the canvas. Well, this young man is a really accomplished submission specialist, and sometimes fighters get offended when you call them a specialist, but most people know what he's trying to do in there, and to this point, no one's really been able to stop him.
John, he will try to pull guard. He pulls guard anymore in the UFC at this point, but he understands that for him to be successful, the fight has to be in the grappling, in the jiu-jitsu. If he's able to extend these jiu-jitsu exchanges, he is the guy that is generally going to win. He understands position. He understands going from point A to point B. He always is the one controlling the underhook. Always has the frame. Just a knowledge of jiu-jitsu that not many people can match.
And you can be sure as he makes this walk tonight, he's thinking about just how quickly he can get this fight to the ground and utilize those aforementioned high-level submission skills. And now our tail of the tape for this lightweight scrap. Oliveira is 30, Dariush is 31. Oliveira will have a 2-inch reach advantage. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 22 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Yorba Linda, California, USA, Beneil Dariush. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 33 wins, 9 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Charles Dubronx Oliveira. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, folks, fasten your seatbelts. This could end up being a very technical, very entertaining fight. I'm surprised they didn't bring out the gis for this one, champ.
I mean, you would have thought as a jiu-jitsu watcher that you would see these two competitors at a jiu-jitsu competition. But ultimately, they are meeting in the octagon, and you are about to see jiu-jitsu in the UFC like we've never seen before.
To the body, and if you're the defensive fighter here, you got to make sure you don't eat too many more of those.
You cannot eat too many. You got to get the elbows inside, otherwise you're going to land one that's going to shut everything down.
That is how you scramble, folks. Effective punch there by Oliveira.
He didn't like that left hand.
And now he lands a combination.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
And he comes through with a big knee. Now goes in and secures the takedown.
He got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke. Oh! Now he falls back into the finishing position.
Brilliant submission defense there. All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in a fight, what are you looking at?
When I get to the side control in the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a choice. Either he turns back into you, you take your front headlock, or he turns in the opposite direction, you throw your hook in, and you start looking to get a choke off.
Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Well, he's got his back now. So 31 total strikes have already landed for Charles Oliveira. Punch to the body. No good, it's blocked. Dariush gets up, but he looks dazed, he looks confused. All right, side control now. Well, you gotta stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here, nice punch. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Well, landing several strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent. Good work here by Dariush. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy.
Now he's attacking the triangle.
Triangle looks pretty tight, DC. I'm no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but maybe not good here.
No, it looks like it's getting in deep. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is, he's moving to the finishing position. Now watch it go barrel.
Nicely done. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Dariush. Working off of his back here, looks like he may try to hip escape. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Oliveira. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Dariush. Under a minute now to go in the round. Well, there are a few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining. Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on. And attacking armbar. Why is he not recognizing this right now? He's got to recognize this is dangerous. This is a dangerous position. Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Dariush. Back mount now. Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
Listen, that was awesome. Really permanent. I need more of that. I want you to go out at the beginning of this round.
All right, DC, here we go as our next round gets underway. And if you like Muay Thai striking and if you like knees, that previous round was the one for you.
He does such a phenomenal job of getting into position to find those knees, whether he has an underhook, whether he has a collar tie, whether he's in a tie clinch. He just finds positions to drive those knees into his opponent's body or his legs.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Big knee there. Oh!
He's mixing up his target. He's throwing kicks, he's throwing punches.
Oh! Hip tosses him down. Now we'll see if he can advance position.
I mean, right into side control.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Oh, looks like he's transitioned to an armbar.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys. Gotta be careful, armbar. You gotta recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you gotta move him off, and you gotta cover. You can't be off to an angle.
And he's out. All right, so you gotta be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Dariush. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Oliveira's right back to the full mount. I mean, how many can he take? Good work from the top here by Oliveira.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here. And he's out. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the rhythm. Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he has to try to chase down that finish. What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Both fighters here. The hip toss as he takes him down. Now we'll see what he can do with it.
Right into side control.
Oh, is he an active pursuer of the submission?
Oh, nice. Oh, man, that was slick.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Back to the feet now. Oh, he dove with the punch and he lands. Bleeding from his cheek now. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Oliveira. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
All right, feet on the hips here. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. Rubber guard for him now, DC. Some people believe this is nothing more than a stall tactic. What do you think the offensive fighter is trying to do?
He needs to regain his posture, right? He needs to shove that foot down from around his neck, shove it down, build your base, get that arm free, and then get back to work, trying to advance position to your ground and pound. Right. If you play in there, you can find yourself in a lot of danger if you're not careful.
All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
Listen, that was an awesome round. I need you to get out there, and I want more of the same. Get this guy on the ground. He has no...
Here we go. 5 minutes remain in the fight. Whoa! Lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
The Kimura is not the arm, it's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
But now DC trying to isolate an arm.
Yep, he's using the Kimura.
And this might just be a matter of time. Somehow stays in the fight. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Dariush is back in half guard, very comfortable here. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the ground.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
Now, the guy's attacking the triangle. He finds himself in trouble because he got a little bit lazy in the full guard.
Looks like he's trying to manipulate the head. This could be tight.
A triangle, a triangle.
Nicely done.
Go, guys, work.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position.
Oh, right to the mount.
Dariush's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Under 3 minutes now to go in the fight. I mean, how many can he take?
There it is. He's gonna attack armbar here. You gotta recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you gotta move him off, and you gotta cover. You can't be off to an angle.
And this might just be a matter of time.
He got it, John.
Oh, he got it done, absolutely. He finishes his opponent by way of submission. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 42 seconds of round number 3, declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Charles the Bronx Oliveira!
Well, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by way of submission, and they put so much stock into finishing this fight. They felt like to really spin his career forward, they needed to not just win, but get the finish, and they certainly got it tonight.
They got the finish. He's such a terrific grappler. Every